Okay, hopefully that doesn't sound too horrible after I'm done with the stream, but I assume that most of you that are watching this are gonna watch this back when the stream is all done and finished. We're gonna be ranking every single Pokemon, every single one of them, at least up to either Johto or Hoenn, maybe, depending on how quickly I get done with these, but I'm just gonna say that the goal is Hoenn. I am only going to be using the final evolutions for the icons to be put on the thing here, the tier list. But I am going to be talking about the entire evolutionary line. So if I'm putting Bulbasaur here, it's not because Bulbasaur itself is bad, or Venusaur, excuse me. It's not because Venusaur itself is bad, it's because these other two guys, Ivysaur and Bulbasaur, they suck in comparison. So hopefully this will make the whole process of making this tier list much faster for me, even though I know that it's going to take a while. And obviously the same goes for these Mega Evolutions, Dynamaxes, that sort of stuff. So oh yeah, I'm gonna put I already put the thing in the description, the rules in the description, but I'm not gonna waste any more time. So let's get started. I'm gonna put Venusaur in Frank-shaped because I think, well, I like Bulbasaur and Ivysaur a lot. I actually like using Ivysaur a lot in Smash Brothers. Bulbasaur is good in the anime. Ash had one and it was pretty cool, I'd say. It had like, I mean, it didn't have much of a personality, but it was always like the big leader Pokemon, even though it was not so big. I mean, it had the opportunity to evolve, but it didn't. So, but Venusaur itself is pretty good. I enjoy using it a lot in battle. Chlorophyll is such a fun ability to use. Chlorophyll is basically, when the sun is up, the Pokemon speed doubles. So I just use Sunny Day, the sun is up, and now Venusaur is just faster than a freaking beam of light, and that's pretty cool. Also, Solar Beam only takes 1 turn to charge instead of 2 turns. That's also pretty fun. And it's decently bulky too. And Mega Venusaur especially is bulky, but I don't like using it in comparison to regular Venusaur because Chlorophyll is traded for Thick Fat, which is also a good ability. It nullifies 2 of its weaknesses, or no, not nullifies, makes the 2 of its weaknesses less effective. But I'd much rather have Chlorophyll. Extra weaknesses are worth it. These are grass types after all. And I like its design a lot. I like all these designs actually. These Pokemon are pretty good overall. Bulbasaur is cute. Ivysaur is the perfect middle evolution that nobody will ever have ever again. And Venusaur is pretty cool, I'd say. And Mega Venusaur looks like a standard evolution of Venusaur, which I'm fine with. And Dynamax Venusaur or Gigantamax Venusaur is just freaking stupid. I love it. So Frank-shaped it goes. It's on the edge of homies, the homies actually. Oh, I forgot to elaborate on these tier list placings. We have the homies, which is basically S tier, Frank-shaped is A tier, goodish is C tier, baddish is D tier, get off my screen is E tier. That's pretty self-explanatory. I feel like all of these are. And banned is F tier because if it's a Pokemon I hate, then it should be banned instantly. But anyways, enough rambling. Charizard, everybody likes this Pokemon. Everybody loves Charizard. Well, actually, nobody likes Charizard because of how overrated it is. It's sort of in 2 camps where there are people that love it and people that hate it because it's overrated. I'm in the camp of the people that actually like Charizard, actually love Charizard. The first homies, because, well, should I put this on homies? Charmeleon and Charmander aren't even all that good, but the Mega Evolutions, the Gigantamax form, it just makes Charizard so much more worth it as a Pokemon, because you get these two okay evolutions, Charmeleon and Charmander, and then the end result is something cool. This is my friend's favorite Pokemon, by the way, Saltmaster. I'm sure you've seen him in a couple of videos of mine, or you didn't. It's fine too. So I feel hesitant in putting him in homies, but he is a homie, honestly. I've used it a lot. It's a lot of fun to use in battle. Its design is good. All its designs are good. Charmander is the only one with a flat out not good design, I think. But that doesn't deteriorate from the fact that I think Charizard is pretty cool. Pretty cool. And Blastoise, I'm gonna put you in good-ish tier, because Squirtle in Smash is so cringe. Its side special just is invulnerable, it can't be stopped. I have to continuously punish it all the time because level 9 computers love using that attack, and it's just not fun. That soured Squirtle for me. And Wartortle, I can't say stuff. Wartortle is just forgettable. Just forgettable. But the Blastoise, it's sort of a similar case, but with Charizard, except the evolution doesn't completely make up for the previous two Pokemon. I actually do not like Squirtle at all, and Wartortle is just forgettable. It's the worst of the middle stage starters, and the end result is Blastoise, which is good, but it's not great. But at the very least, Mega Blastoise is cool. I like the Mega Launcher ability a lot. Makes moves like Dragon Pulse, Dark Pulse, Aura Spear, makes it so much more worth it to use. Also Water Pulse as well, even though Hydro Pump is just better. And I kind of wish that Mega Evolutions were in Gen 8, because Mega Blastoise with Shell Smash, that raises all its defensive stats, it would be like so much fun to use. And there's also Gigantamax Blastoise, which is just a living, I don't know what the term is, but basically it can shoot wherever it wants, and its special move is Cannonade, which is pretty funny, I guess. But I'd rather have Charizard, honestly. I feel like, because my friend likes Charizard so much, my love for Charizard is rubbed off on me, and I don't know how to feel about it. It's like my third favorite Pokemon at this point, but back to Blastoise, good is where it will stay. It doesn't even have that good of a shiny compared to Venusaur Charizard. That's also something I have to consider for Pokemon. Anyways, Butterfree, I'm gonna put you in Frank-shaped or good-ish. I'll put you in goodish, why not? It's just that Caterpie isn't that good, and it does have a good shiny, but that's pretty much its only redeeming factor. Metapod is Metapod, it's nothing interesting at all. It does have a good shiny as well. And then Butterfree is, I like using it in battle sometimes. I mean, it's not the fastest Pokemon or the strongest, but with Quiver Dance, it can circumvent that. I also like its design. It doesn't have a good shiny, but at least the regular Pokemon is cool, Butterfree. It also has a Gigantamax form that I could care less about. It just makes its wings bigger, and that's like, that's not very cool at all. I mean, the wings are pretty, but why only the wings? Why doesn't the Pokemon itself change like these other three Gigantamax forms here? Venusaur, Blastoise, Charizard. But I feel like it's a similar, Butterfree is a similar case with Blastoise, where the pre-evolution and the middle stage evolution do not make up for the fact, or the pre-evolution and the middle stage evolution aren't salvaged in the final evolution, because Butterfree is okay, but it's not that good. And Beedrill, it's hard carried by its Mega Evolution, but it's still in badish. Weedle is a piece of trash. I remember Pokemon Soul Silver were my first Pokemon games. I could not get past the early game without getting poison stinged to death, because I have no clue. But anyways, poison sting with poison, I'd have to run back to the Pokemon Center. It was not fun. Weedle is a cringe Pokemon. And Kakuna is Kakuna. Same as Metapod. Much worse because its shiny actually sucks. And Beedrill is just not even that good of a Pokemon. I mean, its design is okay, but it's not good in battle at all. I mean, not even in a playthrough sense as well. I used it once in Soul Silver, and it didn't even make it past the 4th gym without getting washed at every single corner. And this is Soul Silver we're talking about, where all the levels of the Pokemon are super low. I mean, Mega Beedrill makes up for that, and Mega Beedrill is awesome, but that's a form that's exclusive to Generation 6 and 7, and aside from that, the other three Pokemon just do not, it just water down the Mega Evolution a lot. I don't want to judge a Pokemon just based on its Mega Evolution, otherwise the thing would be in like one of the homies, or friend-shaped even, but or one of the friend-shaped or homies even, but it's not good. Beedrill is not good. Same goes for Pidgeot as well, I guess. Sand Attack is so annoying. I hate Pidgey because of that. Pidgeotto, it's a Falconer. One of the earliest gym leader of Pokemon Heart Gold Soul Silver has Pidgeotto with Roost, and it's so annoying to deal with because you'll never be able to one-shot it, and it just roosts and then it wastes your move. It's not fun at all. Pidgeotto's cringe. Pidgey is even more cringe, but Pidgeot is definitely not. Actually, do I even want to put this above Beedrill? Its Mega Evolution isn't even that good. I mean, it looks cool, but it has like no special attacking moves, and they decided to make this thing a special attacker. I have no clue why they decided to just make Pidgeot a special attacker for some reason, but it did not pay off. I mean, sure, it can use Hurricane and Heat Wave better, but that's about it. And the Pokemon itself is just not that good. The Pokedex entries talk about this thing going at speed of Mach 2, but its speed stat isn't even higher than frickin' Garchomp's. I think it has like 101 speed, Garchomp has 102 speed. I mean, I get it, it's a land shark. Actually, a land shark should move much slower than a bird. Why the hell is this thing so slow? I don't get it. It's so stupid. I'm gonna put you behind Beedrill. At the very least, Beedrill has a salvageable Mega Evolution and a cool shiny. Pidgeot is the only one with a good shiny. The other shinies, nah. And again, Pidgey sucks. Pidgeotto sucks. Cringe, just cringe. Speaking of cringe, get off my screen. Actually, no, I'm gonna put you in badish, but this thing should get off my screen. Regular Raticate is not even good. I don't like Rattata at all, but it's inoffensive. But they're not cool Pokemon. They're not good in battle. I mean, Raticate has Guts, which is pretty good. So you can give it the Flame Orb, boost its attack, and then it can go to town on enemies, but it doesn't even have a good attack stat to warrant using this over other Guts Pokemon like Machamp, which is also in Generation 1. But then we have Alolan Raticate, which is just Raticate but Chungus version. And it's also Dark Normal, which means that it's quad weak to fighting. And it's also weak to Fairy and Bug, and it's not even that fast to begin with, and I don't even think it has Guts. And Alolan Rattata is not even good. This Pokemon is just not good at all. Do I even want to put it in? Nah, I'm not that cruel. I'm not going to put it in banned tier. It's inoffensive. It doesn't deserve to be banned. I mean, the banned tiers for Pokemon that just completely wronged me. And I want to show them, I want to just get payback on them however possible. So Pokemon like Weedle, that could be put in the banned tier. Why not? But this is based on Final Evolution, so it gets off easy. And Rattata, Alolan, Kanto form, they're inoffensive. They're not good at all, but they're inoffensive. There's also Fear Rattata, and that's kind of funny, but that's about it. Spearow time, or Fearow time. I'm gonna hot take. I think this is better than even Blastoise and Butterfree. I wish it was better in battle, but I think Fearow looks so much cooler than Pidgeot. I think people are gonna say that it's like a diet Pidgeot, and honestly, I don't see it. It looks like Pidgeot, but much more focused on combat. I mean, it even has Fearow in the name, or Fear in the name, and it can't even do the Fear strategy, Focus Sash, Endeavor, Quick Attack, Repeat, or I think that's what it's called. Yeah, I know my Pokemon stuff. Shut up. But Fearow is pretty cool. I used it in Pokemon Soul Silver. My first playthrough of Pokemon Soul Silver was like one of the only high-level Pokemon I had on my team, on top of my starter Typhlosion and Lugia, because of course it's a legendary Pokemon. Of course it's gonna be high-leveled. Well, relative to the rest of the game, because the rest of the game Pokemon are just not that high-leveled at all. But Fearow, good-ish. Spearow is okay. It's inoffensive because I don't think I've seen Spearows with Sand Attack. And then it's also much better in battle too. It's much easier to train up. And then we get Fearow, which is pretty cool. I so wish it was better competitively, because it just looks so much cooler than Pidgeot. I'll be real. Not cooler than its Mega Evolution, but cooler overall, I'd say. And you know, I'm gonna count the fact that it's cooler than Pidgeot even with the Mega Evolution, because Mega Evolution is exclusive to Generation 6, 7. But that's enough waffling about this frickin' turkey. Arbok is... it's okay. It's better than Butterfree, not better than Fearow. I mean, I used it once before and it was pretty okay, but not that much in competitive, especially not now since it's not even in Gen 8. And I'm not sure I'd get very far with it, because Arbok is just, it's Arbok. It doesn't have the best stats in the world. It's also, Ekans has wronged me in the past because it's an early game poison type, so obviously they're going to be good at poisoning you. But also because of Intimidate, which lowers this physical attack of a Pokemon, so I also have to compensate for the fact that I got intimidated, and it's just not fun. Not fun to deal with. And this Pokemon looks so stupid looking as well. Arbok does look cool though. But yeah, I think I'm gonna put it below Butterfree. It's close between Butterfree and Arbok, because both of them have inoffensive evolutions. But I think I'm gonna put Butterfree higher because it actually is fun to use in battle, and I can actually use it in battle because it's in Gen 8, while Arbok is just stuck to the previous generations where it's good, but not as good. Or I don't even think it was good at all, but Raichu time, let's go. Uh, do I even wanna? I mean, at this point, Pikachu is just a Pokemon that's worth is just a fully evolved Pokemon in and of itself, but because of the fact that it's the mascot of Pokemon, it gets everything handed to it on a silver platter. It even gets a Gigantamax form while Raichu doesn't. I mean, it gets an Alolan form, which, spoiler alert, that's going into the homies. I'll put the Raichu in friend-shaped though. They're like right next to each other. Raichu's just edging the homies tier. Actually, should it? Yeah, it should. But I must give credit to Pichu and Pikachu as well. They're fun to use in Smash Brothers. I don't know why Pichu is in Smash Brothers and not Raichu, but it's fine. Pichu is a lot of fun to use in Smash Brothers. And Raichu is fun to use competitively, or at least Alolan Raichu is with its extra Psychic typing and access to Psychic type moves, Grass Knot, Focus Blast, Thunderbolt. It uses its Choice Spec set, which increases the power of special attacks at the cost of only using one attack. It's a fun Pokemon to use, and it also looks so adorable. I mean, look at it. It's just a guy that likes pancakes. Did I mention that Alolan Raichu loves pancakes? Absolutely incredible. Peak Pokemon. Not to say that Kanto Raichu is bad either. I really like Kanto Raichu. There actually was a time where I preferred Kanto Raichu to Alolan Raichu. But they're fun to use in battle. They look cool. I like them way more than Pikachu. And Pichu as well, because even though Pichu's fun to use in Smash, it's also kind of terrible everywhere else. But I'm just gonna leave it at that. Alolan Raichu is very, very cool. Kanto Raichu is pretty cool. And we can move on to Sandslash, I think. Yeah, Sandslash is next. And by extension, Sandshrew and Alolan Sandshrew, but pre-evolutions. They don't deserve rights. I'm gonna put you in above Butterfree. I'll put you above. Do I put you in French? Actually, I will put you in French-shaped. It's basically Sonic the Hedgehog. The Sonic the Hedgehog of Pokemon. It's fun to use in... Alolan Sandslash is fun to use in battle. It has Slush Rush, which is basically like Chlorophyll, but for hail. And it makes the Pokemon as fast as actual Sonic. And it also has good Ice-type moves. It's an Ice-Steel type, which is unfortunate because it's weak to Fire and Fighting, but it's whatever. Anything for a good Pokemon with Swords Dance, good physical coverage. And then regular Sandslash has Sand Rush as well. It's too bad that it gets usurped by Excadrill, which is basically it, but so much better because it has Steel typing, higher physical attack, I think, higher speed. But I do like me some Sandslash. Sandslash is pretty cool. I wish it was better in battle, but I do like Sandslash. It's pretty cool. Next up we have Nidoqueen. Ah yes. The original waifu Pokemon, I think. And I guess while we're at it, we can rank Nidoking as well. I want to put them both in friend-shaped. Yeah, I'll put them both in friend-shaped. They are fun to use in battle. Sheer Force is a good... I feel like for all these Pokemon, the Pokemon that I like the most are the ones used in battle, and I care very little for their designs. But I mean, I do like the designs of all these Pokemon in friend-shaped, homies, good-ish. And also, I forgot to take the pre-evolutions into account for Sandslash, but there's nothing to talk about for them. Uh, Nidoran, Nidorino. I mean, I like that they evolve into each other early, and Nidoran and Nidorino, or Nidoran male and female. Uh, they're pretty good for the first gym because they get double kick. I'm pretty sure that's how every single person that played the Gen 1 Pokemon games got through the first gym if they chose Charmander, because using fire type moves would not get them anywhere. But Nidoking, Nidoqueen, pretty fun to use in battle. I also like their designs as well, especially Nidokings, because I can't, actually both of these, I can't quite pinpoint what they're based on. Like, I don't even know what a Nidoking is, or a Nido is. Is it like some sort of animal that I probably should have learned about ages ago, since I've played Pokemon games for like 7 years at this point? Damn, I'm old. Anyways. Clefairy, Clefable, they are also friend-shaped. I'm gonna put them above Alolan Sandslash, why not? Clefable is actually good in battle, but it's like, it's so annoying in battle because it has access to either Magic Guard or Unaware. Magic Guard nullifies any indirect damage, so status conditions, weather damage, and even entry hazards as well. This thing doesn't get hurt by Stealth Rock or Toxic Spikes at all, and it's kinda infuriating to deal with if you're on the receiving end. But also there's Unaware, which ignores stack changes, so if you set up on it, you will go nowhere, and then it will just keep setting up itself or attacking you for basically free, because you'll do no damage to it. But I do like using this thing in battle. I used it once in Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. It was pretty cool. I also used Raichu in Let's Go Eevee as well. Not the Alolan form, but I probably should have done that, but at the time I didn't know where to get Alolan Raichu. I didn't know that you could just trade it and get a Alolan form, but that's besides the point. Clefable. I also really like Clefable, and by extension Clefairy, especially Clefairy, because it's basically Kirby in Pokemon. I mean, there's also Jigglypuff, which is Kirby in Pokemon, but also not really. People like to say that Kirby is this pink guy here on the left hand side of this freaking setup for the stream. People like to say he's a puffball, but in actuality he's a baby star. And the fact that Clefairy is a baby star, it just makes too much sense for me to correlate this to Kirby, who is my second favorite video game character, by the way. I mean, they even have access to similar moves. Kirby can inhale enemies and then copy their abilities. Clefairy learns Copycat. They're a bunch of fun to use because their movesets are so massive. Why did I go into that topic? Why did I talk about battle properties when I was just talking about Kirby? Anyways, they're good. I like them. It doesn't matter how much they frustrate me. I still love them. Yeah, I have no idea where that conversation went. If you could even call it a conversation, it's me just talking about game theory, how this thing is basically the Kirby of the Pokemon series. But anyways, Ninetales, Alolan Ninetales, I'll put you both in friend-shaped because you guys are pretty cool. I mean, I like their designs a lot, I like their shiny forms a lot. I like the fact that they're based on the nine-tailed beast in like Japanese mythology or something. I'm not sure. They're both fun to use in battle. I like Drought, which immediately sets up the sun, so it works well with a Pokemon like Venusaur, who can just immediately get access to chlorophyll buffs. And Ninetales, who has access to snow warning as an ability, immediately sets up the hail, so it makes it good for Pokemon like Sandslash. You see how weather just completely rules over the metagame a lot, along with terrains, which we'll get into later. We'll get into them much later, like a few streams later or something. But they have good design. I also like their pre-evolutions as well. Vulpix and Alolan Vulpix are really cool. Or cute. I'm not sure. Both. Why not both, you know? They deserve it after all. They are the cutest six-tailed foxes I've ever seen. Which isn't that much of an accomplishment because they are the only six-tailed foxes I've seen. And Ninetales and Ninetales Alolan form are the coolest. Heckin' nine-tailed foxes I've seen. I lost my ability to speak there. Though at the same time, I don't even know how to speak in general. Also, the I said coolest. It's ironic for Kanto Ninetales because it's a fire type. Not so much for Alolan Ninetales because it's an ice type. That actually was a pun and an ironic pun, both at once. I'm a comedic genius, even though I have no speaking privileges. But anyways, Wigglytuff time. I'm gonna put you... Actually, you know, I'll put these guys down here. They're good, but they're not that good, you know. But Wigglytuff is carried by Jigglypuff, who is fun to use in Smash Brothers. A lot of people don't like fighting it. I also do not like fighting it, but I do like using it a lot in Smash Brothers. I actually made 2 montages based on Jigglypuff alongside Kirby, which, spoiler alert, the title of the videos are Kirby x Jigglypuff, so you can immediately tell my thoughts on shipping Kirby and Jigglypuff together. But it's fun to use in Smash Brothers, certainly because of the Smash montages. They have a play in this, but also Wigglytuff itself. Not only do I like using it a bit in battle, it's not that strong, but it makes up for it by having good defensive properties. But I also like it because of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky. It's basically the best character in the game, alongside Grovyle and Dusknoir, which, spoiler alert, they're gonna boost the coming Pokemon up a lot. Or coming Pokemon up a lot. But yeah, Wigglytuff is pretty cool, and the same goes for Jigglypuff. But I don't feel like putting this above Nidoking and Nidoqueen actually, because Igglybuff is just so useless. It's a baby Pokemon, so I'd expect that. Actually, I'm gonna put you guys right next to each other. Why not? Next up we have... I'm gonna save my thoughts for Zubat and Golbat when we get to Johto. But, spoiler alert, none of them are good thoughts. I think his mouth is too big. I think his mouth is too small. Wait, why am I focusing on the mouth for Zubat? Obviously I should be focusing on the fact that I find them in every damn cave. And it's so annoying. And I hate them. I hate both Zubat and Golbat. I also find Golbat a lot in caves, actually. These Pokemon are cringe as fudge. But anyways, Oddish. Wait, no, why am I ranking Oddish? I'm supposed to be ranking Vileplume. Vileplume is pretty good. I'm gonna put you above Alolan Sandslash. Yeah, that makes sense. And you know, I may be a bit too... Actually, I'm not too harsh on Clefable and Wigglytuff. They can stay there. Vileplume. Am I being a bit too... Nah, I used it a lot. I used it in a lot of playthroughs. It's fun to use in battle because of Chlorophyll. It's basically a worse Venusaur. But, oh wait, it has Strength Sap, so that immediately makes it better than Venusaur, because Strength Sap is broken. It steals... the amount of health you gain is equivalent to the Pokemon's attack stat, and on top of that you lower their attack, so physical attackers just get screwed over to hell and back, and it's annoying to deal with, but I wouldn't be lying if I said it felt cathartic to use. It feels cathartic to use. Also, on my most recent playthrough of Omega Ruby, which that game will come up a lot, especially when I'm talking about the Hoenn Pokemon, but on my most recent playthrough of Pokemon Omega Ruby, I found a shiny version of Vileplume, and that was pretty exciting for me because shiny Vileplume is pretty cool. The shiny versions of Oddish, Gloom, Vileplume, they're all pretty cool in general because they turn green, which actually makes sense because grass type. I actually like the shiny form more than the original form. Which, I mean, I can say that for some Pokemon, but not for others. But I like it more. I like shiny Vileplume more than actual Vileplume's color. Even though there's nothing wrong with regular Vileplume's color, blue and red do work very well for it. But I'm a fan of that type color consistency. You know what I mean? But speaking of grass types, this Pokemon just sucks. Get it? First banned Pokemon because Parasect sucks in battle. It is hot trash. It's a bug grass type. It has so many weaknesses, quad weak to both fire and flying. So Charizard basically goes to town on it. Any flying type goes to town on it. Any poison type. At this point, pretty much any fairy type as well. Even though bug or grass isn't weak to fairy. And also Paras is annoying in Pokemon Legends Arceus. I mean, a lot of people have been saying that Pokemon Legends Arceus ruined Paras for them. I always thought the Pokemon was bad to begin with, so I couldn't care less either way. But just the fact that Paras is causing pain is enough for me to just not like it too much. I mean, I kind of find it funny, but I also sympathize with the people because Paras in specific situations can be kind of annoying. And also, Parasect is just not that good. I caught an alpha version of Parasect in my first playthrough of Pokemon Legends Arceus. It was level 33, so I assumed, oh, aside from the fact that it doesn't want to listen to me in battle, this thing will be a good Pokemon to have for the early game. But nope, it just gets screwed over by every single flying type, every single fire type, every single bug type. Because stats are inflated in Pokemon Legends Arceus, so a level 2 Nincada can well, Nincada isn't in the game, but a level 2 Drifloon can just use Gust and it'll take 30% of Parasect's HP, and it's not fun. It's not fun. This thing ended up dying so much, and because of that I ended up boxing it or putting it in the pasture because it just did not want to listen to me, and it was just so underpowered compared to the rest of the game. It lost to Pokemon that are half the level of it. It's quite disheartening. And because of that, this Pokemon is actually just trash. Just trash. Venomoth, on the other hand, I want to put it next to Butterfree. I feel like that's appropriate. And you know, I'm going to put you above Arbok, because Arbok is okay, Blastoise is pretty good. But Venomoth, I do like its pre-evolution, Venonat, even though it looks almost like Butterfree, like I can put them together. And I was like, when I was new to Pokemon, I was like, oh, so Venonat evolves into Butterfree, right? But no. Apparently Venonat evolves into this thing, and I don't know why Game Freak decided to make it that way, but that's kind of just the natural order of things, and I just have to roll with it. Natural selection at its finest and whatnot. I think the joke is appropriate to use here, but Venomoth is kind of forgettable. I mean, I don't use it a lot in battle, even though I probably should. It has Tinted Lens, so not very effective moves will do more damage, which is good because bug types are resisted by everything on the freaking planet, and uh, myself included, which is kind of depressing when you think about it because I'm flimsy as fudge. But tinted lens does help with that, and with Quiver Dance, and I assume Sleep Powder as well, it can actually get a lot of stuff done. I'm actually surprised that this Pokemon. I actually was surprised that this Pokemon was never a super terrible Pokemon. Well, in the more recent generations, but looking at it now, it makes sense. This thing can be a menace when it wants to be. But those are my thoughts on Venomoth. I have no comment about its design. Its design is okay. Its design is just okay. I feel like I didn't talk too much about Volplume either. Like, I didn't even mention its design. I like the flower on its head. I like how it's red, and then it's shiny, it turns orange, and then its body, it turns green. I talked about its shiny form a lot. So, yeah. Anyways, next up we got Dugtrio and Alolan Dugtrio. Dugtrio is cringe. I'll put you right next to regular Raticate. This thing is also cringe, but the fact that it's ground steel type and it has that luscious hairstyle, that makes me like it a lot, even though it's pretty lazy by Alolan form standards. And Alolan form standards are not that good, I'd say. Well, they do get better. Well, not this. It doesn't get better now, but it will get better later. Trust me. But a regular Dugtrio is annoying to deal with. It's super fast. It has ground type stab. Is my dog making noise? Too bad I can't check in the video, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he's making noise. God damn it. I can never get through one video or stream without my dog making noise. I have a dog, by the way. His name is Max. I'm sure you've heard his voice in a bunch of videos, but it's annoying how he annoys me. It's annoying how he interrupts my recording every single time to go bark into the universe, even though the universe does not hear him. But everyone loves Max, myself included. He's part of the family and whatnot. But getting off topic, back to Dugtrio. This Pokemon is cringe, obviously. I talked about stab ground type attacks, but I also arena trap, so any grounded Pokemon doesn't get to flee from battle, and it just gets to whittle away at any strong Pokemon, and it's not fun to deal with. I hate it. And the thing is, because the fact that it's frail does not make up for the fact that this thing probably will kill you first, because not only is it just unassumingly strong, I think that's the right word, or surprisingly strong, but it's also very fast too. And yeah, it's just the king of revenge killers, and I hate it for that. But Alolan Dugtrio it doesn't have arena trap, so that's a good sign. It also has the ground steel typing, which I like a lot. It also has the hair, but this thing is just basically Dugtrio but with hair, and so I'm not gonna put it above Dugtrio. I'm gonna put it above Raticate, and honestly above Pidgeotto as well, because I do find the fact that it has hair hilarious. More like hair Larry. I'm not gonna say it. Just gonna leave it be. Also, how many Kanto Pokemon do we have left? Jesus Christ, are you kidding me? I have to do Johto as well? Yeah, this is gonna take a while. Yeah, I'm not that far into the tier list at all. I gotta speed things up. Basically, cringe and slightly less cringe, but still kinda cringe. You know, it's the king of badish tier. For now, at least. Alolan Persian sucks. I'm gonna put you in get off my... Actually, banned tier. This thing just looks so freaking ugly. But Persian is not even that good of a Pokemon as well, so I'm gonna put you in get off my screen, because it's just a cat. All the personality from Meowth is gone. Everything about Meowth is just gone. Even if Team Rocket did not have Meowth in the anime, which is basically the only Pokemon that speaks. I'd still much rather have Meowth over Persian because the pre-evolution actually has personality while the final evolution doesn't, which is kind of upsetting, but whatever. That's just kind of the problem that happens with a bunch of pre-evolutions. Like, don't even get me started on what happens to Grumpig after Spoink. But, Alolan Persian is so much worse. This thing is so god-awful. I don't even like Alolan Meowth to begin with. There's also Galarian Meowth, which gets better with Berserker, but we'll get to that eventually when we get to Galar in, like, 2079, but Alolan Persian, not that cool. It's a pure Dark type with Fur Coat, which means that any physical attack deals half damage, and it's annoying to deal with because of that. I'm so glad this thing isn't in Generation 8. Actually, it is in Generation 8. What am I saying? What am I saying? Also, Gigantamax Meowth. Actually, this thing is hard carried by Meowth in its Gigantamax form. But, no, it's still on Get Off My Screen tier. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. I'm saying sorry to Meowth, not to Persian. Meowth did nothing wrong. Persian is the reason why it's in Get Off My Screen tier, and that's kinda unfortunate. But it's whatever. Golduck. Yeah, let's put you... The thing is, like, I like Psyduck a lot, but Golduck kinda ruins the No, it doesn't ruin the Pokemon. I think Golduck is cool, but compared to Psyduck, and it's basically how it's confused all the time or has concussion stuff problems. I don't know. The pre-evolution has more personality than final evolution, but it's a case where the final evolution is well designed overall. I just do not like the fact that it's not a psychic type, even though Psyduck, Psychic, it makes so much sense. But I'm gonna put you above Arbok. Above Blastoise? No, I'm being too harsh on Blastoise. I can't. Do I want to put it... I'll put you above Venomoth. I'll put you above Venomoth because I actually acknowledge your existence. But you're still the worst of the Kanto starters by far, obviously. But Golduck is good. It's hard carried by Psyduck though, honestly. And its shiny form as well. Psyduck's shiny form is just pretty good. And Golduck's is just kind of there. It's like... It's so weird because I don't hate Golduck. But it's so much worse than Psyduck. It's sort of like a fall from grace, but still kind of... I don't know. Move on to the next Pokemon. We have Primeape. This angry monkey Pokemon. Cue the monkey meme, if I even have time to put that in editing, which I'm not going to edit this video or stream, I'm sorry. But I like Primeape a lot. It's not super good and competitive, but it does have a fun moveset that I like toying around with a bit. I also like the fact that it's always angry. Also, one of its Pokédex entries talks about how if it gets so angry, it just straight up dies from rage, which is raw as heck, and it makes the Pokemon like a bit more interesting than it already is, because it's basically just a giant freaking pig that's angry all the time and knows how to fight. So if chances are, if you make it angry, you make fun of it, it will come to your house and just beat the ever-loving crap out of you. I just find that kind of funny. But I'll put you above Nidoking? Nah, it'll stay here. It's still Frank-shaped. It's just not as good as any of these other Kanto Pokemon. Alright, Arcanine, the good boy. I'm gonna put you in Friend-shaped, obviously, but now we have 2 lines for Friend-shaped. Put you, crazy as it sounds, below Ninetales because I've used Ninetales a lot in competitive and also in regular playthroughs, because in Pokemon Sword and Shield, Ninetales is so broken. I want to. Well, I'm not sure if you guys will understand this, but if a Pokemon with a Stone evolution evolves, then it gets access to its full moveset even after it's evolve, even if the Pokemon isn't of a high enough level to learn the moves. So Vulpix usually has Vulpix has a better moveset than Ninetales, which is why Stone evolutions are so risky if used early, because then they don't get access to the good moves later. But that's not a problem with Sword and Shield, because if you just evolve Stone evolutions, they just get access to the moveset of the pre-evolution and the final evolution, and that's what makes Ninetales so broken. Anyways, I didn't have to explain that a lot. The same can also be said for Arcanine, but I haven't used Arcanine a lot in playthroughs, and that makes me kinda sad. But I do like using it in competitive. It has a fun moveset. I like the fact that it's a mixed attacker. And hold on, where's frickin' Hisuian Arcanine? Yeah, there it is. Should I just rank this as well? Nah, I'll save that for Gen 8, honestly. It's not worth the effort. I'll save it for when all these Pokemon get cleared out. Yeah, see me in like 30 years or something. Or 50 years, I think. Yeah, I did say 2070 something. 2079. So 57 years. See me in 57 years. But Arcanine is pretty cool. I like its pre-evolution, Growlithe. I like the final product. Arcanine is just such a perfect being, but it's not perfect enough, which is why it's only slightly better than Clefable and Wigglytuff, or slightly worse than Ninetales and the Alola Ninetales. But next up we have Poliwrath, which is just an okay Pokemon. I'm gonna put you. Damn, all the water types are here actually. We got Blastoise, we got Poliwrath, we got Golduck. But Poliwrath itself is okay. It's basically just a giant angry tadpole that likes punching stuff. Its Pokemon XY model is basically just it stanced up and ready to fight. But the Pokemon itself isn't really that good. Poliwhirl and Poliwag, they're pretty cute, but that's pretty much it. All the pre-evolutions of Pokemon are cute, or well, most of them anyways. We don't talk about Pokemon like Zubat or frickin' Diglett or even Mankey to some extent. I didn't talk about Mankey, but I don't think there's much to be said about Mankey. But the pre-evolutions of... I don't think there's much to be said about the pre-evolutions either. They're just there. They're just existing, vibing in this floating chunk of rock we call Earth. And Poliwrath is just there as well. So, goodish it stays. Next up we have Alakazam, which is hard hindered by the fact that Abra is so annoying to catch, and that I never catch it until the post game. But I'm not gonna put it in badish. I'm gonna put you in the top of goodish. I think that's good. It's a good spot to put you. I also like how Alakazam's Pokedex entry states that it has an IQ of 5,000, yet it can't learn more than 4 moves like every other Pokemon. So is it really that smart? It can like predict the future, do a bunch of crazy overpowered psychic stuff, but it's not even it doesn't have enough IQ to learn more than 4 moves. Meanwhile, freaking Snorlax in the anime can, or Dragonite in the Pokemon anime, they can. And there's also Mega Alakazam, which is just spoons but Pokemon. That's it. Also has a massive beard too. I want its beard. I don't want its spoons, even though apparently the Pokedex entry says that it can make anything delicious, which I mean, I don't know since I'm not in the world of Pokemon, but you know. If you know, you know, and you know now, so you're welcome. Machamp, I'll put you in good-ish, just above Butterfree. Sandslash. It's a fun Pokemon to use in battle, but there's the philosophy for Gen 1 and for the earlier gens in particular that fighting type Pokemon should be all big and muscular and beefy, and I don't quite agree with that because fighters take the shapes of many different forms, and I think after Gen 4 they started realizing that and stopped giving us these beefy Pokemon. And then Gen 5 gives us Conkeldurr, which, trust me, we'll get to him later. But he's fun to use in battle. I like the Guts ability. He's a good physical attacker, as he should be. He's like a pure fighting type. What else is he gonna do? Shoot flamethrowers out of its freaking mouth? No. It's just gonna be punching with its very overpowered hands. Apparently, it can, like, punch 1,000 times in 2 seconds, and it can lift mountains with one arm, which, no, I don't believe that, but you know what, the Pokedex can do what the Pokedex wants. I don't care. My theory is that it's written by 10-year-olds, so whatever, go nuts, I guess. Let the 10-year-olds have their W's in life before they take L's in life after like 6 or 7 years, you know? But I didn't even mention Pokken as well. I like Machamp a lot in Pokken Tournament because I actually played Pokken, funny enough. Do any of these Pokemon belong in Pokken actually? Or can they be used in Pokken? Blastoise can, but I didn't get the DLC, which is kinda as unfortunate as it sounds. Charizard is fun to use in Pokken, but it doesn't need Pokken to be a cool Pokemon in my eyes. So, yeah, also Pikachu. That's a fun Pokemon to use in Pokken, if not very annoying to fight against because it's so broken in Pokken, but that's a story for another day. The story for right now is, and I didn't even talk about his G-Max form. I don't even know what this G-Max form is supposed to be. Why is its arms like orange? It's supposed to be like magma, fire, something. Is this like a joke that I don't have any insight on? Also, why did they give it pants for its G-Max, but then when it turns back into regular Machamp, it only has like its underwear and a belt on its freaking waist, I think. That's enough about that. Victory Bell is okay. Victory Bell, I'll put you in just below Blastoise. It's actually, I used it in a Pokemon Soul Silver playthrough of mine, a recent one obviously, because before then I didn't use Victory Bell or Bellsprout or Weepin' Bell because I just had the impression that they were just weak. And for the record, they aren't the strongest grass types, but they are fun to use in battle. Chlorophyll is good, but Vileplume just does its job so much better, even though these ones are more attack oriented. And it's kind of unfortunate how the Soul Pokemon ends up being better than the offensive Pokemon, but that's kind of the point we're at for Pokemon competitive. Sometimes truth is stranger than fiction, you know. But I mean, its shiny is okay. I mean, I didn't talk about Machamp's shiny, but it's hideous, so I'd rather not talk about it. its shiny form is nothing to write home about, and it also has like this big freaking mouth with lipstick on it. Why did they think that was a good idea? But to be fair, if I'm looking at the Pokemon sprite, then I probably won't be able to see it. It's 3D sprite anyway. It's black and white all the way down to red and blue. It shows its mouth, and it's unsavory. It's unsavory, almost as unsavory as Golbat's mouth. But you know, it's whatever. It's whatever. Tentacruel. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Do I have stuff to say about you? You are. Get off my screen or bad. The thing is, Tentacruel is so cool. It's a cool design, but it's just. I also like using it a bit in competitive. I'll be real. The fact that it gets this Pokemon of all Pokemon gets Swords Dance is kind of funny, but Tentacruel is hard hindered by Tentacool because they're like in every single C route in the Gen 1 games, even the Gen 2 games, even Gen 3, probably 4 and 6, but I don't know. I mean, definitely not 6 because Game Freak actually gave us proper water type Pokemon to use to find while surfing, but Generations 1 and 2, this thing was the absolute worst. This thing was the absolute worst. So I'm gonna put you all the way in Baddish, because why not? Not the bottom of Baddish. You're still redeemable, unlike Pidgeot and Raticate and Beedrill. Actually, no, it's the king of Baddish. I do like Tentacruel's design a lot. It's just a shame that Tentacool is just such an annoying Pokemon to deal with. You'll find it in every single every area. I have beef with Golem and Alolan Golem because they're trade evolutions, and because they're trade evolutions, I never get to use them in battle or ever at this point. But even if I did, I don't think I'd get very far with them because they're just so I mean, I almost like Alolan Golem because it has like this massive mustache, and Galvanize is a fun ability. It turns normal type moves into electric type moves, which can catch people off guard, I think. But even then, it's slow, and then regular Golem is just worse than Alolan Golem. Even worse than Pidgeot, honestly. It's just a rock monster. It's better than Onix, but it's not. That's not saying much. Onix is a terrible Pokemon. And the fact that I have to trade it to get it, or else I'd just be stuck with Graveler, which is an awful Pokemon, and Alolan Graveler, and then Geodude and Geodude Alolan form. Just not good Pokemon, not good at all. You find them in every single cave alongside Zubat, and it's just not annoying. You know, I'm gonna put you in. Get off my screen, because these are for the inoffensive Pokemon, or the Pokemon that lose their inoffensiveness because of their final evolution. So in retrospect, this thing is worse than Raticate, but it's whatever. Alright, next up we have Rapidash Fire version and Rapidash Brony version. Isn't that fun and interesting and cool? I'm gonna put regular Shoutouts to Rapidash for being one of the only 2 fire types in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Isn't that just fun, quirky, all that? I'm gonna put you here next to Victory Bell and Poliwrath. I think that's a fair assumption. The first alpha Pokemon I found was Rapidash, and it was just not that fun to deal with because it's level 40 and it kept sweeping my team, and I kept trying to catch it. Even in the overworld, even though I couldn't because it's too high of a level for me to catch in the overworld. And then I tried catching it in battle, but it didn't work out because it just kept sweeping my team. It has a good shiny, and Ponyta also has a great shiny. Actually, that makes me want to put it in above Blastoise, because shiny. Ponyta's shiny is literally blue fire, and in case you haven't read the name of my YouTube channel, I'm all about blue fire. I love blue fire so much. But even then, Rapidash, Kanto Rapidash's shiny form is pretty cool. The whole ghost fire or gray fire stuff it has going for it. It's monotone fire that actually works out in its favor. It looks so cool on Rapidash. And overall, I like the concept of just this thing being covered in flames and using its flames like a main as well. I don't know why other fire types don't do that, but it does. Pyroar is crying in the corner right now, but we'll get to him once we get to Kalos. As for right now, we have where is Galarian Rapidash. Why did I put you in band tier? I'll put you on the same level. I think on the same level as Rapidash. I mean, they're not super interesting to use in battle. They basically just hit hard and that's it. The difference is that they have cool designs, so even if they aren't that interesting in battle, they have good designs to make up for it. But I haven't used Galarian Rapidash before because of how it's exclusive to Shield, and I'm a Sword player, so I get to use Pokemon like Surfetch'd, which is okay. No, not okay, pretty good. And this thing is okay though. So I think I'll put you below Rapidash, Kanto. I don't know. But that's basically where I stand for Rapidash. I love Slowbro. There's a lot to say about Slowbro. It has a Mega Evolution. It has a Galarian form with a gun. It has a derpy looking expression. It's pink, which is like one of my favorite colors, in case you couldn't tell by my YouTube avatar. The Shelter's eating it and it's just oblivious to it. Here it uses the Shelter as a gun, or the shell as a gun, and it's just weird seeing Slowpoke but with its actual tail. I just kind of find that absurd how we got to that point. And also Poison Psychic is such a cool typing. So I'm gonna put you above Machamp, why not? And you also above Machamp. Is it better than... Actually, Spearow's worse than Slowbro as well. I think I'm gonna put you... Do I want to put you above Alakazam? I mean, you're more interesting, I'd say. Yeah, I will. I do like using it a lot in battle. It's a mixed attacker with a move that depends on whether you're physical or not, while Alakazam is just a pure special attacker, and that's like not fun at all. Or well, it is fun, but it's like not super fun. Not as fun as it could be if you were mixed attacking. And also, oh yeah, I forgot to talk about how tanky Slowbro is. The thing gets Slack Off, Regenerator. I guess in that sense it is a bit degenerate to fight against, but I still like using it competitively. Also, why would I not want to slap around people with a face like this? This is just... that smile is everything good with the world. It's basically me. I'm just oblivious to all my problems, hence why my problems keep kicking my butt subconsciously. But I'm gonna save my thoughts for you two when we get to Magnezone, which is Sinnoh, but they're just stupid. They're uninspired. It's just a magnet and 3 magnets. It's not fun. Not fun at all. Farfetch'd, I'm not gonna rank Galarian's Farfetch'd. It is cool, but it has an evolution, Galarian Surfetch'd. I'm gonna put you, however, are going into the get off my screen tier because I don't like your design. You ruined my Pokemon X Nuzlocke when you killed my starter. Which, by the way, I did a Nuzlocke of Pokemon X and it went horribly. So I ended up resetting it. And And this Farfetch'd is to blame. It killed with my Froakie with a crit Fury attack, and it just wasn't the most fun day in my opinion. I'll put you below a Alolan Raticate because you are just irredeemable. Or, well, you were redeemed in your Galarian form, so I'd say near redeemable. Game Freak actually did redeem you, so thank them for that. But it's because you got a Galarian form which evolves into something cool. You just stuck the way you are. You could have had an evolution in Generation 2, but you didn't. That Generation 2 evolution would have looked cool too. It would have bumped you up to like Goodish or something if it was good in battle. And then we have Dodrio, which is basically Fearow but Pidgeot, but again. And, you know, I'm gonna put you above Pidgeot, slightly above. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's similar case with Arbok where I think it's cool, but I don't use it a lot in playthroughs and competitive, especially since they're not in Generation 8, but they're inoffensive. Dodu and Dodrio are inoffensive. Oh, I didn't even get to talk about Slowbro and Slowpoke, or Slowpoke with Slowbro, but I don't even want to talk about Slowpoke because there's like a really cursed Pokemon song where this Pokemon is the star of the show. So I'd much rather not talk about that. I'd much rather talk about Dugong, which is basically Seal. Which, by the way, they have a pre-evolution of a Pokemon which is based on a seal that's named Seal. Seel. If that isn't uninspired Gen 1 magic, then I don't even know what is. Sometimes you get simple but effective designs, but other times you just get whatever the hell Seal is. I do like Dugong. It's a bit cute, whatever, but it's not that good in battle. I'm sorry. And also I don't use it a lot in playthroughs. I'm not sure where to find Dugong at all, even in the Kanto games. But even if I was, Lapras is just so much better. Any water type is just so much better. Any ice type is just so much better. And as far as designs go, it's cute, but it's just a seal at this point. It's just a seal. It's just a seal. So I'll put you in next to just above Golem in Alolan Golem in bad-ish tier. Next up, I got excited because I saw Gengar and I was like, I'm about to go off. This thing is very cool. But nope, we have Muck. I'm gonna put Muck in frickin' get off my screen tier because it's literally just a sludge monster. People want to say, oh, Generation 1 had the best designs. Shut up. Nobody likes Muck. It's so stupid. It's so stupid looking. It was like used in the anime for one gag, and that's basically it. That was basically its entire existence. Grimer is a whatever Pokemon. Alolan Muck is pretty cool because it's so colorful and pretty and stuff, but it's not better than Arbok. I also like using Alolan Muck in competitive because Poison Dark is a good typing. It's only weak to ground types, so I can just give it an air balloon and it has no weaknesses until it gets hit, which I feel is pretty cool. It makes it good to switch on ground types if I give it the air balloon on top of every other flying type, but details. But the main takeaway is that Alolan Muck is better than regular Muck. I should have used this thing more in competitive because I feel like it could actually do work. But Alolan Kanto Muck just sucks so bad. It just sucks. Speaking of suck, this Pokemon is so cringe. Cloyster is actually cringe. Obvious hidden innuendos aside, the fact that it has Shell Smash and access to Skill Link, so it gets to land 5 hits for every multi-hit attack after landing a Shell Smash and raising its offensive stats. It's so annoying how it can just one-shot everything. Even legendaries fall under it, and the moment I find a Cloyster or Shell Smash, it's basically game over, and it sucks. I hate this Pokemon so much. Thank God it has this terrible special defense. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure the thing would just top the tiers instantly or almost instantly. So I'm gonna put you. Yeah, I feel like this is a fair spot for it. It's irredeemable. I hate this thing. And now we get Gengar, and it's funny because the music changed to something super nostalgic and happy and stuff. It should perfectly encapsulate how much I love this thing. Put it right next to Clefable, or above Clefable, and you know I'll put you. Yeah, I feel like that's fair. I really like Gengar a lot. It's my favorite Ghost type Pokemon, which is saying somewhat something because I feel like Ghost types just get a lot worse after, well, design wise, after Gengar, who's just simple. It's basically just the shadow of Clefable, which is a fun theory. But you just look at its grin. It's smiling. It knows that it's gonna either scare the ever living heck out of you. It's gonna prank you somewhat. It just looks so mischievous, and I love it. I love it. I don't like it's shiny, but Mega Gengar makes up for it. Which, by the way, Mega Gengar is so cool. It's one of my favorite Mega evolutions. It's just feels like such a natural progression for Gengar. It almost looks like it's coming out of the depths, if you know what I mean. And then Gigantamax Gengar just looks so stupid, but it's made up for the fact that its mouth is basically the gateway to heaven or the afterlife. That's basically what the Pokedex says, and I just find that kind of raw and thus makes the Pokemon better. So these two are good. I also like the pre-evolutions. I mean, I didn't talk about Shelter, but who talks about Shelter anyways? I never noticed how big Ghastly's eyes are, actually. Holy crap. Like, dude, why are your eyes so massive? At least its eyes get shorter after Haunter. I will say, Ghastly and Haunter are a bit annoying to deal with in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Not only because in the overworld they'll just spam you with like Dark Pulse or something, but also they just are super aggressive. They're super common as well, and they deal a lot of damage. So early game Pokemon just get washed by them, and it's just not fun. It's just not that fun to deal with, honestly. But it's made up for with Gengar, which is basically as cool as it gets. I don't like the fact that it's a trade evolution, but it's worth it. I really wish I could use a Gengar on my team. I think I used a Gengar in Pokemon X and Y, but that isn't a completed playthrough, so that doesn't count. And that honestly upsets me. Why did I not just go through the game with a Gengar? That was my 1 in 100 opportunity to use a Gengar, and I didn't do it. I'm an idiot. But, anyways, Onyx. I'm gonna save my thoughts for you when you're Celix, but my thoughts can be summed up as this. Why the hell is your attack stat so garbage and worse than Oddish? And secondly, the clip of if you've seen Alfred's Kanto Nuzlocke or Alfred's first Nuzlocke, then you've seen the Onyx clip, and it's peak comedy. It's peak comedy. You know what isn't peak comedy? Hypno, and the fact that it in its Pokedex entries it says that it steals children. So yeah, that's a good source of nightmare fuel. I'm gonna put you in freaking get off my screen because that's cringe. Why would you do that? Also, Drowsy is just okay. I think I used Drowsy in Pokemon Soul Silver. Funny enough, it was the key Pokemon to me beating Morty, the Ghost type gym leader. The only one it couldn't defeat was Gengar from Morty, but it's fine because Quilava basically cleaned up house for it. So I always like Drowsy for that, but that doesn't make up for the fact that Hypno sucks. I hate him. Yo, this music though, the nostalgia's coming in hot with this one. In case you couldn't tell, New Super Mario Bros. Wii is one of my favorite well, not one of my favorite video games, well, but one of my first. But, nostalgia rambling aside, Kingler is okay. It's just okay. It's basically a worse Crawdaunt. I do like its grin that it has. I do like its grin, but Kingler is just okay. Like I said, worse Crawdaunt. I'm gonna put you at the near bottom of good-ish tier, I think. Yeah, that's a fair assessment. Also, you're going here. I wish you're Poison Dark type, but whatever. And I don't think there's much to be said about Kingling and Krabby. I mean, Ash had a Kingler, and it won 2 battles, and that's pretty much it. Then it did nothing for the rest of the series. It's so forgotten, it's kind of unfortunate. Also, Gigantamax Kingler, this thing here, this gamer right here, is, it's just okay. It's just okay. I don't get why it has such long legs, but I do like its Santa Claus beard and its big, meaty claws. Shoutouts to anyone who gets that reference. But those are my thoughts on Kingler. And thank you for coming to my TED Talk, because this is going to be a rant with how unbased this Pokemon is. This Pokemon sucks so much. Electrode. First of all, talk about a very uninspired evolution for Voltorb. You could have turned this thing into a Great Ball, and then a final evolution into an Ultra Ball, and then a Mega Evolution into a Master Ball. That was just so written out for the people designing Electrode. But no, they decided to reverse its freaking Voltorb. They decided to take Voltorb and flip it upside down and give it a grin, and it's just so uninspired. I hate that. It could have had a Great Ball, Ultra Ball Pokemon, but nah. Instead, we have a freaking this into this. I hate Electrode's design. I like its shiny form. It's what its evolution should have been, but whatever. Also, this Pokemon is so annoying in Nuzlocke, because if you find it, and if you don't run away from it, which chances are you won't, because Electrode is surprisingly fast considering the fact that it's a goddamn spear, then it will just turn one explosion and kill one of your Pokemon, and it's annoying. It's annoying. I hate this thing. Yeah, banned tier. I feel like that's... the thing about Persian is that at least it's... honestly, Persian is uglier than Electrode. Electrode is uninspired, but Persian is just flat out ugly. I hate it. I can't tell the difference between an ice cream and a dustbin in terms of attractiveness, but even I have my standards. This thing freaking annoys me with how ugly it is. May sound harsh, but welcome to the real world, I guess. Oh my god, I already see one of my least favorite Pokemon here, but oh yeah, Executor. I'm about to go off here as well. And Alone Executor. I'm gonna start with you first because I need to size myself up by talking about something good and then talking about something bad right after. This Pokemon is pretty good. I almost said this Pokemon sucks. I was talking about Executor, but I like I like Alolan Executor. It's just a living meme, and I find that funny. And then Pokemon Sun. It was my first. It was in like my first Pokemon playthrough of Pokemon Sun and Moon. I don't think it ended up doing much because it was just so slow, but I do like the fact that it's Grass Dragon. I think a lot of Pokemon should be that type. It shouldn't be restricted to just Mega Sceptile. The only other one is like Flapple and Appleton, which we'll get to eventually. Where are they? Where are the gamers? Yeah, these are the gamers. Oh, and they even have Gigantamax forms as well. They're gonna be fun to talk about when we get to them, but that'll take a while. That'll take a very long while. But long story short, Alolan Executor is cool. I like the memes that come with it. This Pokemon is basically meme to death. When it was first coming out, we just saw the fact that it's just massive tree is a dragon, but Charizard isn't. that's peak comedy. You know what? Isn't peak comedy? This thing though. I'm gonna put you just above Parasect. Because this thing is annoying to fight competitively. The ones that I fight have like Sleep Powder, and then Harvest to get berries, and then you can easily switch it out into something else that has so many weaknesses, but it can be covered for all of them with proper team balancing. It's just very annoying to deal with. I've actually lost a couple of random battles to this freaking tree with uninteresting expressions. I hate Execute. I also hate Execute. I like the shiny of Execute, but I do not like regular Execute. How does actually no, let me get on my soapbox with this. How does 6 eggs, count them, 6 eggs, technically 5 because one of them is broken and dead, how do they evolve into 3 more eggs? Do like the other 2 eggs just flat out get cracked and die, or just they evolve and then 2 eggs become 1 or something, and then there's 2 eggs that are fused into 1 egg for each of these? I don't get it. It's dumb, it's stupid. I hate Executor. It's so dumb. I hate it. It's also Grass Psychic type, so it has a lot of weaknesses, so it's not even that good in battle as well. And then I end up losing to them, and then I just feel so much worse about my life choices. But anyways, is this Marowak? Is it Marowak time? Yes, it is Marowak time. Let's go. Ghost type, Ghost Fire type is pretty cool. I like using it a lot in battle. You're certainly gonna be put into above. Actually, you know, I'll split Nidoqueen and Nidoking up. I'll put you here. I feel like that's fair. Actually, yeah. Above Arcanine. I like the fact that it has different colored flames. It is the coolest Alolan form by far, like not even a contest. Ghost Fire is just such a cool typing, and they actually used it great here. There's only like 2 Ghost Fire types, but both of them are good, so I'm not complaining. Regular Marowak isn't even that bad as well. It's actually pretty good. I like using this thing a lot in battle, especially with the Thick Club, which basically gives it like a huge power boost, or a boost similar to that of huge power, but it's specific to it. It's kind of cool. Also, the backstory with Cubone is dark, and I like Cubone. I like Cubone a lot. It's pre-evolution, as a pre-evolution, so that's kind of. I feel like I've been judging these Pokemon too much based on their final evolutions, but I feel like it doesn't really contribute too much to the ranking of these Pokemon. But up next we have Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee. I'll put... Oh my god, my dog is making noise again. Also, how far are we? We're not even that far, man. Really? How much do we have left? We have Weezing and its Galarian form. We have Rhydon. These nuts. Got him. Tangela and Chansey, I don't have to worry about them. We have Kangaskhan. We have Seadra. Literally, I don't have to worry about them. Seaking, Starmie, Mr. Mime. Am I just never gonna finish this tier list? We have all the way up to here. Jesus Christ, why are there so many Pokemon in Kanto? The other generations are going to be so much easier to deal with because they have so much less Pokemon to rank, but... Okay, lightning round. Hitmonlee, pretty good. I like I don't like Tyrogue because in Pokemon Sword and Shield they just kept chasing after me, and that's not cool, but... Hitmonlee is pretty good, pretty fun to use in battle. I like its design a lot, so I'm gonna put you in the top of good-ish, I think. Yeah, it's fair. Hitmonchan, I don't like its design as much, so I'm gonna put you below Kanto Slowbro. But I do like using this thing a lot in battle. It's pretty similar to Hitmonlee. Then we have Wheezing and Galarian Wheezing. Galarian Wheezing is fun to use in battle. I use it a bunch in competitive on like an actual team, not when it's given to me by random battle. Though sometimes I get Galarian Wheezing and in random and it's not that bad to use. So I'm gonna put you in like, do I want to put you in friends? I'll put you here. Above Hitmonlee, above Galarian Slowbro too. And I'll put Wheezing. Wheezing explodes and kills Nuzlocke as well. Also, this thing looks so much uglier, so I'll put you at the bottom of get off my screen. Yeah, actually, I'll put you below Golem because you're a soul Pokemon and you're not that fun. So yeah, that's how the world works. If you're a soul Pokemon, you're cringe. And Kangaskhan. Actually, I have to talk about these Pokemon first, somewhat. I don't have to worry about Rhydon because Rhyperior, but I like Rhyhorn and Rhydon a bit, but Rhyperior just makes the evolution worse. But then it's good in battle, so that kind of makes up for it. Chansey is so cringe, I hate it, and I like the fact that in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon, and Sun and Moon as well, you get to farm EXP off this thing for days on end, and it's great. But it doesn't change the fact that in competitive, I hate this thing. This thing sucks. I don't even care that it's cute in Pokemon generations. It just pisses me off. And then Tangela is okay. It's cute, but that's about it. Thank God I got an evolution, otherwise the thing would be like in like get off my screen tier. Or the bottom of bad-ish, but whatever. Kangaskhan. Your Mega Evolution is so broken, especially in Generation 6, where you get to basically attack once, do a lot of damage, and then attack twice, have it do like half the damage, but it doesn't matter, the damage has already been done, and the Pokemon's dead anyways, so they have like a super high attack stat, basically, and you can like stack it with things like Power Up Punch. It basically is like a Swords Dance that actually hits people, and it's not super okay, but at the same time I like how broken Kangaskhan is. It basically turned this Pokemon from like a boring Pokemon into an actually fun one to use. So I'll put you in I'll put you above Hitmonlee. Yeah, above Hitmonlee. And below Galarian Slowbro. Yeah, that's fair. It also does not have a good shiny, but that's whatever. But this is a lightning round. We don't focus on statistics. Seadra and Horsey, they're okay. But we'll talk about Kingdra when we get to it. Seaking is just a fish, so I'm gonna put you in the top of bad-ish, not right next to your brother Tentacruel. And I mean, it's just a fish. It has lightning rod. That's cool, but that's all it has. Starmie time. I like the fact that it's a star. I like its color scheme. I like its design. I like how using it a lot in competitive. Usually when people talk about Pokemon that should have more than 4 moves, Starmie is usually what comes to mind. I don't blame it. This thing has like godlike coverage or something like that. So I'm gonna put you above Hitmonchan. Yeah, that's fair placement. Mr. Mime, I mean, my friend hates this Pokemon for a good reason. I hate it too. This thing is cringe as frick. So I'll put you in get off my screen. Should I put this thing in banned? Honestly, I'm gonna put you in banned. Honestly. And you know what? I'll put you here. That's fair. And I'll put you in ban. Actually, this Pokemon hasn't wronged me before, but I just hate Mr. Mime so much. It's so ugly. Have you seen its XY model? It's so freaking terrible. How have I been able to talk for 100 minutes, dude? And we're still on Kanto, goddammit. Scyther, we'll talk about Scizor eventually, but Scyther's cool. Jinx is, yeah, banned. Nothing else to say. Electabuzz, we'll talk about Electivire when we get to it, but Electabuzz is cool, Elekid is okay. Magmar, it looks like it has a butt on its face, and that's not okay. But Magby is okay, and Magmortar is pretty cool, but we'll get to him later. Pinsir is basically beta version of Heracross, so I'll put you... where would I put Heracross? I mean, in friend-shaped, obviously, so natural progression would be to put you in good-ish. I do like Go's Pinsir in the anime. It's pretty okay. Kind of funny how it has a crush on Heracross, but whatever. I'll put you... Do I put you above Galarian Slowbro? Actually, yeah, it is fun to use in battle. Next up, we have Tauros. Basically beta version of Bouffalont. I'll put you in... Do I put you in good-ish? Yeah, good-ish. I'll put you... above Sandslash, below Machamp. That's fair. Good in battle. Okay design. But I remember when this thing was like so broken in Generation 1 because it could like hit everything and the Kickshin sync with whatever move it wants, even special attacks, because its special stat actually wasn't that bad, so it could take advantage of moves like Blizzard, Thunder. It had like no counters, except for like Machamp, but fighting types weren't that good in Generation 1 because psychic types were so broken. I forgot to talk about that, how broken psychic types were. Gyarados, I'm gonna put you all the way up into the homies. I use you a lot in competitive, in freaking playthroughs as well. I managed to use a shiny Gyarados in Pokemon Soul Silver. That was my first ever shiny I used on my team. And also in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, I remember fishing up a golden Magikarp, or the shiny Magikarp, which is gold, obviously, and then evolved into Gyarados. It was a good day. This is the same one that had the shiny Vileplume, by the way. Absolute insanity. And I like its Mega Evolution. I like Magikarp as a Pokemon. Yeah, I will put you in the homies. You are a homie at this point. I probably would have put you in friend tier had I not come to that conclusion, but Lapras, I'll put you in friends tier. Indubitably. I'll put you above Nidoqueen and Nidoking. Good. I like the Pokemon's design. I wish it was better competitively. It also gets Dragon Dance. I wish it had better physical moves to use Dragon Dance on, or I wish it was just a little bit faster and stronger. I wish this Pokemon was good overall, because why the hell would I not want to just use this thing in competitive and spam Surf to Millennia and back with it? But also it has good, cool, Gigantamax form. I like how the ice surrounding it acts as musical notes. Ditto is the breeding Pokemon. so that's, I mean, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, I suppose, but I don't know why this thing attracts so many of the Pokemon, if you know what you know what I mean. I'll put you in below Dugong, above Golem, because this, actually no, I'll put you at the top of bad-ish tier, because Imposter is an annoying ability to deal with. The fact that it can just steal your stats, just steal your set, everything, just steal your Pokemon, and then your Pokemon is like, you took everything from me, and then Ditto's like, I don't even know who you are. Also, it's sus, because Imposter, Among Us reference. Anyways, Eevee. But wait, I'm not talking about Eevee, I'm talking about its evolutions, but all its evolutions are hard carried by Eevee in the first place. So, yeah, that's a good sign that all the Pokemon are going to be in good-ish to the homies. I'll put Vaporeon in good-ish, because the internet ruined Vaporeon for me, and also competitive as well because it's so defensive. But I'll put you above Hitmonlee, next to Kangaskhan. Okay. Jolteon, I'll put you in the bottom of Friendshade because I really don't know where else to put you. You're a fun Pokemon. I used you a lot in Pokemon Platinum. Actually, I'll put you above Alolan. I'll put you above these Pokemon. Not above the Nidos, but I'll put you here. Yeah. And then Flareon, I mean, this Pokemon has no good moves. I like it because it's adorable, but it has like no fire type moves until generation, or no good physical fire moves until like generation 6. But at that point, the damage has already been done. This Pokemon just sucks competitively. I mean, it's good with Guts, but that's about it. But it's Flareon. I'll put it above Kangaskhan. Yeah. And Porygon, I'll talk about Porygon Z, but I like Porygon. It's a shame that in the anime it was cancelled because of the fact that it gave children seizures, even though it wasn't his fault. It was Pikachu's, but whatever. Pikachu's the mascot of Pokemon, so obviously it can't be cancelled. But it should have been cancelled and replaced with Eevee or Clefairy, but you know what? I don't make the rules. I also didn't make this Pokemon in particular. Shell Smash is annoying on this thing, but I do like using it when I do get the chance to use it in random battles. But I'm gonna put you in like, it's not even that good of a design as well. I mean, this thing is hard carried, well, not hard carried, but somewhat carried by the fact that Ammonite has this whole praise the Helix meme going for it. But that's pretty much it. This Pokemon is just otherwise, Kabutops is pretty okay. Its head looks like a giant jet plane. And then Genesect is basically just it, but covered in steel. But we'll get to Genesect when we get to Genesect. As for right now, I'll put you in good-ish. You look cool, not super cool, but cool enough to not be put in bad-ish, because using this thing competitive just does not happen for me very much. But I'll oh yeah, Aerodactyl is next. I always get super scared whenever I face it competitively because it's really hard hitting, really fast, like super fast. It's even faster than Raichu, which is upsetting because then it can just kill it with Earthquake. But I do like Aerodactyl. I like its Mega Evolution. I think it's a cool Pokemon, and I honestly wish I used it a lot more in like playthroughs and stuff because it is a good Pokemon. Maybe I'll use do like a Pokemon Soul Silver playthrough with Aerodactyl as my starter or something. That would be interesting. So I'll put you above Flareon, Slowbro, Pinsir. Actually, I'll put Pinsir down here. Yeah. Anyway, actually, I'll put you in a Friends tier. You are Friend-shaped. I mean, you don't look Friend-shaped, but you are Friend-shaped. Deep down, you know you're a friend. And Snorlax. I'm gonna put you... I mean, that's like an instant Friend-shape because I relate to this Pokemon a lot. A fatso that loves lazing about and doing nothing. That's basically me in a nutshell, and only me in a nutshell. Nobody will take it from me, and nobody will take that title from me. I am a living Snorlax. But do I really put you above Clefable, Gengar? Yeah. Also, have you seen its Z move, Pulverizing Pancake? How it just gets like this sudden burst of energy and then just flattens the opponent with its massive belly. That's one thing. Also, its Gigantamax form is literally just it's lying on its back. It reminds me of the whole 20 or 25 years of Pokemon. This Pokemon is just sleeping in all of its sprites or lounging around in all of its sprites. And then in Generation 6 it finally stands up. Generation 7 it gets pulverizing pancakes and starts running about and going ballistic. And then its Gigantamax form just sends it back to sleep, lying on its back. It's fun. It's funny, pretty funny, I'd say. And then we have the birds, the Bardocs, the Bardocs, and their Galarian forms, which I like all these regional birds, but the Galarian forms especially are super cool. Galarian Articuno. I'll put you in... No, not the homies, god no. I'll put you... I do like the visor it has. I'll put you above Alakazam. Yeah, I feel like that's fair. I feel like this thing is way too slow for a Pokemon that looks like this, but whatever. Galarian Zapdos, I'll put you in friend-shaped tier, because this is really cool. This is a really cool Pokemon. Do I separate Clefable and Wigglytuff? Yeah, I will. Honestly, I will. Fighting, flying type. It focuses on kicking. Honestly, this thing is, dare I say, even better than Ninetales and Sandslash. Actually, I feel like I've been too lenient on Sandslash. I'll put it all the way down here. Yeah, that makes sense. And, yeah, that's where Galarian Zapdos is. And I'll... I mean, I won't take anyone else's word for it. Galarian Moltres is an edgy bird, and I love him, so I'll put him in the top of Goodish. Actually, no, bottom of Frank-shaped. Also, I like how it's Berserk. It has access to Berserk, which raises special attack when it's lower than 50% health, and then access to Nasty Plot. And then this thing just Dynamaxes and max Airstreams and kills everything in one shot. It's great. If this thing was a bit faster, this thing would be broken as fudge. I wish it had one fire type move. I wish this had one electric type move, and I wish this had one ice type move, because as it stands they don't. But it's whatever. It's whatever. Anyways, Dragonite, Dratini and Dragonair are beautiful, but Dragonite is just so derpy looking, but I love it more than Dragonair and Dratini. So because of that, I feel like putting you. Do I put you in the home? No, I've only used you in one Pokemon Soul Silver playthrough, and that's about it. I also used you a bit in competitive with Weakness Policy. I like Weakness Policy. Dragonite a lot. It's fun to use. So I'll put you. Yeah, I feel like this is a very fair placement for it. Above Snorlax, below Ninetales 1 and Ninetales cool version. And then we have Mewtwo, which is like, I feel like putting it in friend-shaped. It used to be in the homies tier, but I don't use Mewtwo a lot. I really should competitively. Mega Mewtwo X and Y are just interesting because they have like incredibly good stats. I mean, obviously, since they're a Mega Evolution of a Legendary, I don't know why they gave Mewtwo a Mega Evolution when it was already good to begin with. But I like Mewtwo. I'm gonna put it in friend-shaped, the bottom of friend-shaped. I do like its origins. It's just that I haven't seen the guy in a while. He should show up into parties more often. Also, in Pokken, he's okay. Actually, I didn't talk about Pokken with Gengar, but I don't use him a lot in Pokken, so I don't have much of an opinion on him. Let me see, are there any other Pokken reps? Nah, I guess not. Nope, it's just Mewtwo and Gengar that I missed. So, yeah, Mewtwo's cool, but also in Smash Brothers as well. I like using him in Smash Brothers. And then finally, we have Mew. I'm gonna put Mew. Do I put it right next to Mewtwo? Nah, I won't. I like the color pink, but the main draw for me is that it learns every single TM and HM. Well, TM now, since HMs have been cancelled, which thank God they should have been cancelled a while ago. But I'll put you in just below. You know, I'll separate Wigglytuff and Clefable. Why not? I do like Mew. I like how it's mischievous. It's basically the mythical Pokemon, the Pokemon that no one will ever have, except everyone has it because Game Freak gave us so many opportunities to have Mew. And with that, I think that's it for the Kanto decks. It's been almost 2 hours of me talking, and I've only done Kanto. So I'm just gonna end the video there, or stream there, even though there's no one watching. Hopefully it will be more fun for you to see the video post the stream is finished. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank every one of you, only one of you, myself, for watching. I'm clearly the real homie here. But I need a drink. This is such a mentally taxing exercise. Ugh.